Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Mage Knight highlights. Today we're going to go through my 5 favorite Arythea skills. I've obviously excluded Motivation, given that is available to most of the Mage Knights. So the first one I chose is Invocation. So once a turn, you can discard a wound card to gain a red or black mana token, or discard a non-wound card to gain a white or green mana token. You must spend a mana token gained this way immediately, or you cannot use the ability. So I really like this skill, given its flexibility for a start. It makes me less reluctant to take wounds because I know I can get potential benefit out of those wounds in the future. Where this skill maybe falls down a little bit is you have to spend whichever token you get immediately. Or you cannot use the skill at all for that turn. But in general, you typically are able to use the mana token immediately. So you usually can find a good use to put it to. So yeah, it's usually more of a positive than a negative. So yeah, that is the first skill. The second one then is Power of Pain. So once a turn, you can play 1 wound sideways as if it were a non-wound card. It gives +2 instead of +1. At the end of your turn, put that wound in your discard pile. So again, this is given Arythea's focus on wounds, very, very helpful skill in managing the wounds in your deck. Again, it makes me less reluctant to take wounds because I know I can get a better benefit than playing another card sideways. It's also a once a turn skill, so if your deck is quite full with wounds, being able to use this once a turn, you can typically manage that the number of wounds you have and get a lot more out of your deck if you have this skill available to you. So yeah, it's a great skill to have. Never really sad when I see that when I'm playing with Arythea. The third one then is Darkfire Magic. Once a round, flip this to gain 1 red crystal to your inventory and 1 red or black mana token. So this is obviously a once a round skill, so it's you can only use it not as often as some of the other ones, but I like the way, in contrast to Invocation, you get a red crystal to your inventory, and yeah, you have a choice between red and black. Usually I find that I will have some use, or I'll be able to put one of those colors to use. And yeah, it's obviously you can stock up on red crystals as well if you get this early enough, or you have a ready supply of them throughout the game. So that is really appealing as well. And then going into the city assaults, typically the last one, or the second city in a solo conquest, having guaranteed access to a black mana token can be so comforting and powerful, especially if you have some very strong spells. I'm thinking of the likes of Flame Wave or Exploding Shield or one of those. You can get everything you need to activate the stronger effect of those out of this skill alone, because you get the red crystal and then you can choose a black mana. So yeah, that is the third one. Fourth then is Polarization. Once a turn, you can use 1 mana as a mana of the opposite color, based on the diagram. During the day, you could use a black mana as any color other than black, not to power the stronger effect of spells. At night, you could use a gold mana as black to power the stronger effect of a spell, but not as any other color. So yeah, this I really like the flexibility this skill offers. Sometimes when you're going into an assault on a city, or maybe just a battle with the Draconum or something, you might have access to some mana, but it might not be the right color. And I find just the flexibility of this, particularly if you compare it with maybe something like Invocation or another skill that gives you mana, you can often work it in such a way that you can get access to the mana that you want. And yeah, just being able to use a black mana during the day as any color mana. You know, whenever you see the black coming in the source, you're obviously less concerned about it when you have this skill. So yeah, the flexibility in that skill puts it right up there in terms of my favorite skills for Arythea. And then the last one is Ritual of Pain. Once a round, except in combat, throw away up to 2 wound cards from your hand. Put the skill token in the center. Any player may return it to you face down to play a wound card sideways as if it is a non-wound card and get +3 instead of +1. So this is it's just an absolutely fantastic skill. You know, you can use it after a combat where you've taken a few wounds just to get rid of those wounds altogether. And then on the next turn, if you still have one left over, you can play it sideways for +3. So yeah, that is one of my favorite skills for Arythea. Yeah, it's just so powerful being able to basically not be worried about wounds. Like, there's oftentimes you'll go into assaults or battles, particularly with like a Draconium or something like that in the later stages of the game, and they'll give you 2 wounds if you don't do anything. And yeah, having this skill basically allows you to focus on trying to get together enough attack to take out some of the Draconiums. Maybe they have like physical resistance or fire resistance, and you don't have the right elemental attack. So you're going to need every last card you can get in order to get the required attack to defeat it. And you don't really have anything spare to be using for blocking. This skill is incredibly useful in that kind of situation. So yeah, those are my 5. I'd be interested to hear what other people would choose as their top 5. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and hope you can join again next time. Thank you.